What if your running watch could predict an injury 3 weeks before you feel any pain? Sounds impossible, right? But new AI technology is now detecting injury patterns before symptoms appear, and it's revolutionizing how marathoners train. This isn't the future of running, it's happening right now. I'm Jordan Reynolds, founder of RunDot and former injury rehabilitation specialist for Olympic distance runners. After analyzing injury patterns from over 20,000 marathoners, we've discovered something that could change your running forever. Today I'll show you 1. The hidden warning signs your body gives before breaking down. 2. Why traditional injury prevention advice fails 78% of runners. And 3. How predictive analytics is creating the first truly injury-proof training system. But first, hit that subscribe button, because at the 3-minute mark, I'm revealing the exact algorithm that can predict injuries with 91% accuracy 3 weeks before symptoms appear. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an injury derail your marathon training? You're not alone. Our research shows that 67% of marathon training cycles are disrupted by injuries, with the average runner losing 4 to 6 weeks of training per year. The worst part? Most of these injuries are completely predictable and preventable. Traditional approaches tell you to listen to your body or don't increase mileage too quickly, but these vague guidelines fail because the most dangerous warning signs are invisible to you. By the time you feel knee pain or that Achilles twinge, the damage has already been accumulating for weeks. I know you're thinking, but I stretch and foam roll regularly. Unfortunately, the data shows that reactive approaches like these reduce injury risk by only 4 to 7%, barely better than doing nothing at all. This is where predictive injury analytics changes everything. RunDot's proprietary system analyzes your training patterns, biomechanical signals, and recovery metrics to identify injury risks weeks before symptoms appear. Here's how it works. Our algorithm continuously monitors over 40 variables, including training load, movement asymmetries, sleep quality, and stress biomarkers, then calculates your injury risk score, TM, on a scale of 1 to 100. When the system detects early warning signs, like a 3% increase in ground contact time on your right foot, it automatically adjusts your training to address the risk before it becomes a problem. One runner, Thomas, had experienced recurring IT band issues for years. Within his first month using our system, RunDot detected early warning signs and implemented preventative adjustments. The result? His first injury-free marathon training cycle in 5 years. Remember that question about stretching and foam rolling? The data shows that proactive, algorithm-driven prevention is 14 times more effective than reactive approaches. Have you ever had a surprise injury that seemed to come out of nowhere? Drop a comment below with your experience. Let's look under the hood at what makes our injury prediction system so effective. Traditional approaches focus on single variables like weekly mileage increases, but RunDot analyzes complex patterns across multiple dimensions. As promised, here's the revolutionary algorithm that's changing marathon training. Injury risk equals training load x fatigue index plus biomechanical asymmetry x impact force plus recovery deficit x stress score, sleep quality x nutrition status. This proprietary formula can detect subtle warning signs like a 2.7% shift in cadence or a 4.1% reduction in vertical oscillation, changes impossible to feel but highly predictive of future injuries. The system also identifies your personal risk factors. Some runners are more vulnerable to knee issues, others to Achilles problems, and creates customized prevention protocols. A 2023 study from Stanford Sports Medicine found that runners using predictive analytics reduced injury rates by 62% compared to traditional approaches. Meet Rachel, a software engineer from Boulder Training, for her second marathon. Rachel had her first marathon ruined by IT band syndrome that appeared out of nowhere at mile 18. During her second training cycle with RunDot, our system detected early warning signs in week 7, a subtle 4% asymmetry in her ground contact time and a 3.2% reduction in right hip mobility. The system immediately implemented a customized prevention protocol, including targeted strength exercises, training adjustments, and recovery optimization. The result? Rachel completed her training cycle 100% injury-free and ran a 3:47 marathon, a 31-minute improvement. Even Dr. Marcus Wong, Director of Sports Medicine at Colorado Running Clinic, acknowledges RunDot's predictive analytics represents the most significant advancement in running injury prevention I've seen in my 20-year career. You might be wondering exactly how to implement this approach in your own training, and that's what I'll show you next. Here's exactly how this would work in your training. First, RunDot establishes your baseline metrics using just 2 to 3 weeks of your recent training data. Second, it identifies your personal risk factors and vulnerability patterns. Third, it continuously monitors your training for early warning signs and provides a daily injury risk score, (STM). When the system detects elevated risk, like when your training load increased 15% while your sleep quality decreased 20%, it automatically implements preventative measures, including workout adjustments, recovery protocols, and targeted strength exercises delivered directly to your phone. You might be thinking, but what if I already have a training plan I want to follow? Great question. RunDot can work with any existing plan, making subtle adjustments to prevent injuries while preserving your core training structure. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like it would require tons of sensors and complicated technology. Actually, RunDot works with the devices you already own. Your standard running watch provides 80% of the necessary data, and the remaining metrics come from simple recovery tracking you can do in seconds each day. Others might wonder if injury prediction is really possible or just marketing hype. The science is definitive. Our algorithm has been validated in a peer-reviewed study showing 91% accuracy in predicting injuries 3 weeks before symptoms appear. The key difference is that we're not guessing. We're analyzing millions of data points to identify patterns the human eye simply cannot detect. I've got something special to share with you in just a moment that makes trying this even easier. RunDot's predictive injury analytics is revolutionizing how marathoners train, delivering consistent, uninterrupted progress without the frustration of injury setbacks. We're so confident in the difference it will make that we offer a completely risk-free trial. No credit card required, full access to all features, including our proprietary injury prediction system. As promised, here's something special. Viewers of this video get an extended 30-day trial instead of the standard 14 days. Just click the link in the description and use code INJURYFREE30 when signing up. This gives you enough time to experience the full benefits of predictive prevention. We're limiting this extended trial to the first 100 viewers, so don't wait if you're serious about injury-proofing your training. With marathon training season approaching, There's never been a better time to ensure your preparation stays on track. If you found this information valuable, hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more runners who could benefit from injury-free training. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch next week's video, where I'll reveal the 80-20 rule that elite runners use to maximize results while minimizing injury risk. Drop a comment below with your most frustrating injury experience. I read and respond to comments personally, and I'd love to explain how our predictive system would have detected and prevented it. Join our RunDot community, where thousands of runners are training consistently without the constant fear of injuries derailing their goals. Remember, injury prevention isn't about luck or genetics. It's about detecting the warning signs your body gives before breaking down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the road to your next PR.